Howdy folks, welcome back to Tailgate Talk. Today's episode was a request from Instagram. I had posted my Ruger BlackHawk on there the other day, and a subscriber said, hey, how about doing a video? And I got thinking about it. I thought, yeah, I haven't done anything classic or old school yet other than my sort of old school AR, but so let's jump into that and I'll show y'all my BlackHawk. All right, here it is. Ruger, new model BlackHawk and 45 Colt. I bought this thing in around 2009. It was the first new handgun I bought when I was 21 years old. It's right there, Ruger 45 caliber new model BlackHawk. This thing came originally with the black plastic grips, and I changed it over to the rosewood because I loved how the rosewood looked. I opted for the blued model with a 5.5 inch barrel, and I have carried this thing everywhere in its life. Thing about a blued gun, you eventually get stuff like that if you leave it in gun leather. You also get a little wear on your sight drawing it on the end of your barrel a little bit, and you know, it's just, as my buddy Bradley Johnson on Instagram says, it's just character of the gun. Yeah, it can bother me sometimes, but you know what, that's just part of its history, me carrying it and using it. This thing gets carried a lot in the spring when I fish. I generally keep a couple of those solid lead bullets in there, and then 3 of the snake CCI snake shot rounds. Action on this thing is uber duper smooth. Of course, it has your typical clicks for loading. In 2020, when ammo got kind of scarce, that's when I got into reloading, because I love shooting this thing, and 45 Colt was getting hard to get. So local supply around here that has reloading supplies sells these hard cast bullets. I don't know, it's got some kind of coating on them. It's not powder coating, but they don't foul the barrel that bad. I'm a big fan of Starline brass and Federal primers for these. They just shoot fantastic. You can get Starline brass, and the primers here lately, Brown L's has been keeping them in stock, so if you're looking for reloading, run over and check them out, see what they got. This thing, to me, is one of the best shooting that I've got. It's got a great trigger, it's smooth shooting. I posted this, like I said, on Instagram, along with this knife, and I had a lot of questions about it too. This is a Schrade Walden H15. It's old carbon steel. It's got a little bit of tarnish on it. I think I picked it up for like 30 bucks back several years ago. Stacked leather handle. They made these from like 1959 to 1973. So you can find them relatively inexpensive. I don't know what this cutoff on this old sheath was about, but it's just about had it. It's been another one that I've carried a good bit. But we say we go down here and shoot them 6. All right, I'm down here at about 25 yards from my steel. Forgot to mention earlier, these BlackHawks can handle the heavier cartridges other than the cowboy loads. I've shot some pretty hot stuff out of this and never had a minute's trouble, but these are just standard loaded cowboy type 200 grain lead bullets. So let's shoot these 6 and see how they do. Woo. Gotta love single action. That thing is a smooth shooter. I'd say it is one of my favorites in my collection of guns. It's one that gets toted a good bit, especially during, like I said, fishing time of the year, or when I'm in the woods. It's hard to beat an old 45 Colt, especially if you got good bullets, if you hand load them. I've got some 260 grain jacked hollow points that are pretty hot, that are near 44 Magnum pressures and velocities. That shoots good out of this thing, and shoots even better out of my Marlin 1894 rifle. But if you've never shot a single action or had a 45 Colt, I highly recommend you get one. They're a lot of fun to shoot, and they're just all around handy, in my opinion. Well, I appreciate y'all coming by. Again, if you're looking for some reloading stuff, Brown Ales has been keeping it. Some other places online has been keeping it. Always check out your local mom and pop stores. They're trying to make a living too. I try to go buy mine at least once, twice a month, and check them out. A few folks on Instagram I want to give a shout out to, you might check out, that's into this type of stuff. If you like this kind of stuff and you're on Instagram, of course follow me at JC Hunt, same handle as my YouTube. Ian Bradley Johnson is another one that's into classic guns. My buddy Paul, the traditional outdoorsman, he here lately's got into reloading and shooting his single action army. Check him out. Ethan, the classic outdoorsman, he makes gun leather and does a lot with single actions. All those accounts are great. As far as knife accounts, I want to give a shout out to Dooms Crew Shotgun, my buddy Wes over in Alabama, my neighbor to the west of me. Check him out. RJS Knives, he's got a YouTube channel here and an Instagram that's good. Swamp Yankee Knives, he's got a YouTube and an Instagram. All these folks is just, you know, if you're into knives, classic guns, go check all them out. And if you like this kind of stuff, I ask you to subscribe to me and leave in the comments what you think, or if there's anything else you want to see. And I appreciate y'all coming by for this episode of Tailgate Talk.